Ever get that feeling like you're being watched when you're in some old building?
Oh, totally.
You know, like a creepy crawly feeling?
Yeah?
Maybe you are being watched, especially if that building was once a Knight Templar stronghold.
Ooh.
Welcome to Forbidden Unveiled. I'm your host, John Doe. And with me, as always, is our paranormal expert.
Hey, everybody. Always happy to talk about spooky stuff.
So we're going to do a deep dive into the Knights Templar,
Okay.
their history, their downfall, and all the legends and ghost stories that surround them.
Already.
We've got a ton of sources, historical accounts, modern interpretations, even some firsthand accounts of Templar hauntings.
Wow.
So much to unpack.
Yeah.
Where should we even begin?
Well, before we get to the ghosts, I think it's important to understand who the Knights Templar were and why their story is so perfect for paranormal speculation.
Okay, so a little history lesson first.
Yeah.
The Knights Templar, they were like the warrior monks of the Crusades.
Right.
Protecting pilgrims and all that.
Exactly. Officially, they were a Christian military order founded in the 12th century.
Okay.
And they were tasked with protecting pilgrims traveling to the Holy Land during the Crusades.
And they were really good at their job.
Oh, yeah.
Which is interesting because they weren't just warriors, they were monks.
Right.
Vowed to poverty and all that.
You'd think, right.
Right.
But they actually became super wealthy and powerful.
Wow.
They established a network of strongholds all across Europe and the Middle East, and they basically became the first international bankers.
Whoa.
They managed finances, they safeguarded valuables, they even offered loans to kings and nobles.
So wealthy warrior monks who also control the money.
Mm-hmm.
No wonder people were a little suspicious of them.
Exactly, and that wealth and power is ultimately what led to their downfall.
Okay.
In the early 14th century, King Philip IV of France, he was deeply in debt to the Templars.
Okay.
And he saw an opportunity.
To get out of debt the easy way.
Classic. With the support of Pope Clement V, Philip accused the Templars of all sorts of terrible crimes.
Like what?
Heresy, blasphemy, devil worship, even spitting on the cross.
Sounds like a pretty convenient way to get rid of a rival and take all their stuff.
It does, doesn't it?
Yeah.
Talk about a hostile takeover.
Right.
So on Friday, October 13th, 1307,
Ooh, Friday the 13th.
Philip ordered the arrest of all the Templars in France.
Wow.
They were tortured, forced to confess, and many were executed, including their last Grand Master, Jacques de Molay.
Friday the 13th. Living up to its reputation. But was there any truth to these accusations, or was it all just a power grab?
Most historians now believe that the charges were basically made up.
Okay.
Some Templars did confess under torture, but they later said they were forced to.
Right.
It seems much more likely that Philip just wanted their wealth and influence gone.
So, a tragic end for these warrior monks, but this kind of dramatic history is what creates those ghost stories, right?
Oh, absolutely. The violent deaths of the Templars, all the secrecy around their initiation ceremonies, the rumors of hidden knowledge, they all contribute to the legend of the haunted Knights Templar.
And you can't forget those rumors about secret societies and hidden treasures.
Yeah.
That's the good stuff.
That's what gets people's imaginations going.
Right.
It's like the perfect recipe for a good ghost story.
Okay, so we have powerful warrior monks, a secret past betrayal and murder, and whispers of hidden knowledge and treasure. What more could you ask for in a ghost story?
All right.
But let's get specific. Where are these hauntings happening?
Well, they're not just happening anywhere. They're often connected to the places where the Templars met their end or where they once held power.
Okay.
Places where their energy might still linger, like the Chateau de Chinon in France.
The French chateau.
Yay!
La la.
That's where many Templars were imprisoned and tortured.
So what are people seeing there?
Visitors have reported seeing ghostly figures in Templar robes, hearing the clinking of chains, even feeling this oppressive presence in certain rooms.
Wow, so creepy.
Some have even seen shadowy figures lurking in the hallways.
Ooh.
Yeah.
It's like stepping back in time to the Templars' last moments.
Right.
France seems like a good place for a Templar ghost hunt. Where else should we be looking?
Let's hop over to Portugal, to the Castle of Tomar.
Okay.
This was the Templar headquarters in Portugal, a place steeped in their history and their power.
Headquarters, huh?
Yeah.
That's different from a prison. Does that change the kind of haunting you might experience?
Interestingly, yes. While there are still reports of apparitions and strange noises, there are also reports of a really strong, almost protective energy in the castle.
Like the spirits of the Templars are still guarding it,
Right.
protecting its secrets.
Exactly.
And speaking of secrets, isn't there a legend of Templar treasure hidden somewhere in the castle?
Yes. Locals say that the castle is full of secret tunnels where the Templars snatched their wealth when they were under threat.
Maybe those guardian spirits are protecting those lost riches. I'm booking a flight to Portugal. But before I do, where else are we headed on our Templar ghost tour?
We can't forget about England.
Oh, yeah.
Temple Church in London, built by the Templars themselves, is said to be filled with their restless spirits.
Temple Church. Now that's a place that just screams Templar ghosts.
It does, and it delivers. People report feeling a cold presence, seeing strange lights, and even experiencing a sense of being watched.
Spooky.
There's this eerie atmosphere there, even during the day.
I can only imagine.
Yeah.
A church full of warrior monk ghosts.
Yeah.
That's scary.
It is.
Okay, so we've covered France, Portugal, and England.
Yeah.
Anywhere else we should be looking?
This is where things get really interesting. Remember how we talked about the Templars being arrested and all their assets being seized?
Yeah.
Well, some believe that they didn't just sit around and wait.
Okay.
There are stories about a Templar fleet escaping France filled with treasure and relics.
The legendary Lost Templar fleet? I've heard about this. Some say they sailed to Scotland. Others claim they went even further. Where are we headed next?
We're crossing the Atlantic.
What?
Some believe that at least some of the Templars made it to North America long before Columbus.
Hold on. Templar ghosts in America. And that's something I have to hear more about.
Well, it's all based on speculation and some intriguing evidence.
Okay.
For example, there's the Newport Tower in Rhode Island.
Okay.
It's this mysterious stone structure that some believe has Templar origins.
A Templar tower in Rhode Island. This deep dive just took an unexpected turn. I'm dying to hear more about this, but I think we're going to have to save that for after a quick word from our sponsors.
All right, so Templars in America,
Okay.
It might sound a little crazy, but when you think about it,
Okay.
these knights, they were really skilled navigators and explorers.
Right.
So it's not totally impossible.
I'll admit I'm skeptical, but I am intrigued.
Yeah.
What evidence is there to support this theory? You mentioned the Newport Tower, right?
Exactly. This tower has confused historians for centuries.
Hmm.
No one knows for sure who built it or why, but some researchers say the architecture looks similar to Templar structures in Europe.
So the design itself hints at a Templar connection. But why would the Templars be in Rhode Island?
That's the big question.
Yeah.
Some people think they were running away from persecution in Europe. Others think they were protecting their treasure.
Okay.
And some even suggest they were searching for something way more valuable.
What could be more valuable than treasure to the Knights Templar?
Well, think about it. We're talking about an order shrouded in secrecy,
Right.
rumored to possess ancient knowledge and powerful relics.
Okay.
What if they were searching for something like the Holy Grail?
Oh.
Or some other artifact of immense power hidden in the New World?
Now that's a story I could get behind.
Right.
The Knights Templar sailing to America searching for the Holy Grail.
Yeah.
That's a movie waiting to happen.
I know.
But is there any real evidence to support this, or are we just talking about speculation?
Well, the evidence is mostly circumstantial.
Okay.
There are symbols and artifacts found in North America that some people think have Templar origins, but it's open to interpretation.
So a historical puzzle.
Yeah?
We have these clues, these whispers of Templar activity in America, but no real proof.
Right.
That's what makes it so fascinating, right?
Yeah.
The mystery,
Yeah.
the possibility
Exactly.
that these warrior monks might have left their mark on America. It adds a whole new layer to the Templar legend.
It does, and it raises some really interesting questions.
Like what?
If the Templars were here, what were they doing?
Yeah.
What secrets did they bring with them? And could those secrets still be hidden somewhere waiting to be discovered?
Now I'm getting chills.
Right.
We're talking about a real-life treasure hunt with historical and paranormal implications.
Yeah.
What could be more exciting?
And don't forget about Jacques de Molay.
Oh yeah, the last Grand Master.
Yes, as he was burned at the stake, he cursed King Philip V and Pope Clement V. He prophesied their deaths within a year.
And they both died within a year of his execution, right?
They did.
That's some powerful curse.
It is.
Do people think his spirit is still out there seeking revenge?
Some believe that de Molay's spirit, along with the spirits of other Templars who were wronged, are haunting the places where they died or where they once held power.
So they're not just ghosts. They're ghosts with a mission.
All right.
They're guardians, protectors, maybe even avengers. That's what makes these stories so captivating.
Yeah.
It's not just about spooky sightings. It's about the stories behind those sightings, the history, the drama, the unanswered questions.
Exactly. It's about connecting with the past in a way that goes beyond the history books.
Yeah.
It's about feeling the energy of those who came before us, those who lived and died, loved and lost,
Right.
and whose stories continue to resonate centuries later.
You're right. We're talking about history coming to life in a very tangible way through these hauntings.
Mm-hmm.
It makes you wonder if these spirits are real. What are they trying to tell us?
Right.
Are they seeking justice?
Mm.
Are they guarding their secrets?
Maybe.
Or are they simply lost souls, unable to find peace?
That's a good question.
I guess that's up to each of us to decide.
Yeah.
What do you think about all of this?
I find it fascinating.
Yeah.
As someone who studies the paranormal, I'm always looking for explanations for evidence.
Right.
But there's also part of me that enjoys the mystery.
Yeah.
The possibility that there are forces at work that we don't fully understand.
I agree. It's the unknown that keeps us coming back for more.
Right.
The possibility that there's something beyond our comprehension, something that defies logic.
Mm-hmm.
And let's be real, the Knights Templar are the perfect subject for these kinds of explorations.
Oh, they are.
Their story is so full of twists and turns, intrigue, betrayal.
It's like something out of a novel.
And the fact that so much of their history is secret just adds to the allure.
It does.
What were they really up to?
Yeah.
What secrets did they guard? What treasures did they possess?
Who knows?
These are questions that have fascinated people for centuries,
Mm-hmm.
and they continue to intrigue us today.
It's the perfect blend of history, mystery, and the supernatural.
Exactly. And that's what makes the Knights Templar so compelling.
Yeah.
So where do we go from here? We've explored their rise and fall, their alleged connections to secret societies,
Mm-hmm.
their possible voyages to the New World,
Right.
and the lingering presence of their spirits in the places they once held power.
Yeah.
What else is there to uncover?
Well, there are a few more threads we can pull on.
Okay.
We've talked about the Templars as warriors, bankers, and explorers.
Mm-hmm.
But there's another aspect to their story that's often overlooked.
What's that?
Their connection to esoteric knowledge and practices like alchemy.
Alchemy. Now, that's something I haven't heard much about.
Yeah.
What's the connection between the Templars and alchemy?
Well, some believe that the Templars, through their travels and connections, acquired ancient texts and knowledge related to alchemy,
Okay.
the practice of transforming base metals into gold,
Right.
and the pursuit of spiritual enlightenment.
So they weren't just interested in worldly wealth and power.
Mm-hmm.
They were also seeking spiritual transformation.
Right.
That adds a whole new layer to their story.
It does. And
Yeah.
it makes you wonder
What?
secrets they might have discovered in their alchemical pursuits.
Yeah.
Did they achieve their goals?
Mm.
Did they unlock the secrets of the universe?
These are questions we might never have the answers to,
Probably not.
but that's okay.
Yeah.
Sometimes the mystery is more intriguing than the solution.
It is.
It's about the journey,
Mm-hmm.
the exploration,
Right.
the process of uncovering these hidden truths.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
But for now, we're going to have to leave our listeners with a few unanswered questions.
Okay.
It's time for us to wrap up this deep dive into the world of the Knights Templar. But we'll be back soon with more fascinating stories and explorations into the unknown.
Until then, keep exploring.
So we were just talking about the Templars and alchemy.
Yeah.
It's such a fascinating concept.
It is.
These warrior monks, not just conquering lands and amassing wealth,
Right.
but also delving into the mysteries of the universe, trying to transform matter and maybe even themselves.
Yeah.
It's a side of the Templars we don't often hear about.
It's one of the things that makes their story so intriguing.
It is.
They were more than just soldiers or bankers.
Sure.
They were seekers of knowledge, explorers of the unknown.
Okay.
And alchemy, with its blend of science, philosophy, and spirituality, would have appealed to that thirst for understanding.
So what do we know about their alchemical pursuits? What were they trying to achieve?
Well, alchemy, in its essence, was about transformation. It was about taking something base and imperfect, like lead,
Right.
and turning it into something precious and pure, like gold. But it wasn't just about material transformation. It was also about spiritual transformation,
Okay.
about purifying the soul and achieving enlightenment.
That makes sense.
Yeah.
Remember how we talked about the secrecy surrounding the Templars?
Mm-hmm.
Their initiation ceremonies? Their rumored connections to secret societies?
Right.
Maybe alchemy was part of that hidden world?
It's certainly possible alchemy was often shrouded in secrecy,
Okay.
its practitioners guarding their knowledge closely.
Right.
Imagine the Templars with their resources and their network,
Yeah.
having access to ancient alchemical texts, experimenting in their hidden laboratories.
That's a crazy thought.
It's a tantalizing thought.
It is, and it adds a whole new layer of mystery to the Templar legend.
Yeah.
Were they successful in their alchemical pursuits? Did they discover the Philosopher's Stone,
Who knows?
the key to immortality?
Maybe.
Or perhaps they found something even more profound, something that changed their understanding of the world and their place in it.
It's possible.
These are questions we may never know the answers to,
Right.
but it's fun to speculate, to imagine the possibilities.
It is.
And who knows, maybe somewhere hidden in some forgotten vault or beneath some ancient ruin, there are still Templar alchemical texts waiting to be discovered.
That's what I love about this topic.
Yeah.
It's full of possibilities, of what-ifs, of unanswered questions. It's an invitation to explore, to delve deeper, to use our imaginations.
It's a reminder that history isn't just about dates and facts.
Right.
It's about stories, about the lives and beliefs of those who came before us.
Exactly.
And sometimes those stories take us into unexpected realms, realms where history and mystery collide.
Well said. And the Knights Templar, they embody that collision perfectly.
They do.
They're a bridge between the known and the unknown, between history and legend, between the material and the spiritual.
Right.
They remind us that there's always more to discover, always more to learn. And they inspire us to keep searching, to keep questioning, to keep exploring those hidden corners of history where the truth might be stranger than fiction.
Exactly. And that's what we try to do here on Forbidden Unveiled.
Right.
We take those historical threads, those whispers of the unexplained, and we follow them wherever they may lead.
We embrace the mystery.
Yes.
We challenge the conventional.
Right.
And we invite you to join us on the journey.
So if you're fascinated by the Knights Templar, by their history, their secrets, and their enduring legacy, we encourage you to do your own research, to explore those ancient sites, and to keep an open mind to the possibilities.
You might be surprised by what you uncover.
And if you have any stories or experiences you'd like to share, we'd love to hear from you. You can find us on all the usual platforms.
Don't forget to follow or subscribe so you don't miss our next deep dive into the world of the unexplained.
Thanks for joining us on this journey into the heart of the Templar mystery. Until next time, keep exploring the forbidden.